Hey everyone, I lied. Kind of unintentional. I think it was like around 8:30 or so that I noticed, or 8 o'clock, somewhere around there, that I noticed my schedule changed. I thought I was going back over 2 nights, and it didn't happen that way. So, you got me for another week. Yay! Right? I think it's just still waking up time, but that doesn't stop us from being positive. That doesn't stop us from, trying to map out, plan out what we still want to do in life. The cool thing about standing there all day without, really hardly anyone ever to talk to, which is not that big of a deal. It's high, high, high. Everything is high and by, and which is great interaction. But I have all that time in between where I'm just thinking about steps I can take, steps I need to think about, because I'm at work. I mean, the cool thing about standing at the doors, there's only so much you can do. Not like I'm like not paying attention to what I'm doing, but multitasking really helps in life, and you know training your brain to do more than one thing at a time can speed up the process of you attaining the things that you want to. I'm not saying it works for everyone, and that probably, it's probably not tried and true, I guess, but for me, it's just you do one thing, you're doing it, you get kind of good at it, and then, while you're doing one thing, you kind of have this other sense of doing other things at the same time. And as long as it's feeling good to you while you're doing it, that's kind of how you, I don't want to say master it, but that's just kind of how you multitask. That's just, it is like you train yourself to do more than one thing at a time. So, walking and chewing gum at the same time, riding a bike, and not putting your hands on the handlebars. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do to pretty much train yourself to multitask. Easy one for me, gaming and listening to music, because you can do that. That's so much easier in your, I think, in your brain, especially with like songs that you already know. You listen to those, play games at the same time. Sometimes people actually play better while they're listening to music. Go figures, right? Because you're in your element, you're doing your own thing, you're being you, and while you're playing games, listening to music in your own house, that's you really have no option but to be. That is who you are. You're in your man cave, your woman cave, your whatever cave. I don't know, but you have something. Maybe a garage, because I remember I used to live in a garage too. Well, not live, but pretty much when I was gaming, I had my gaming set up in the garage because there was no room actually in the house. So yeah, it was cold during the winter though. That's all I could say. I had this little heater, but it would only get like the bottom half of my legs, so I'd have to wear a blanket to capture the heat so it can go up. Yeah, that's gaming at its finest, I guess. But no, you can multitask. I think for me, streamlining like minimal things in life, like getting up and getting ready for work, and everything is all this and this. There's only a certain amount of things that needs to happen. Other than that, anything that comes up, anything that does happen is extra, it's bonus, whatever. But knowing that you've already covered those certain bases that you kind of map out, daily. It doesn't have to be like a repetition thing that you need to like make sure you'd have to do every single day, because like I said, stuff comes up, so you got to make plans for making plans, and you got to make sure that when those plans don't plan out, there's got to be another plan. There has to be. I mean, there has to be. Like, there is no alternative in life, because what's the alternative of good? It's not great, right? It's not. That's just not how it works. So, yeah, be positive. I was thinking Dos Equis. Be positive, my friends. Kids had to get these new sliders, and then one of them didn't even fit my 14-year-old, which played a game yesterday. I don't want to say I was unimpressed. It was a football game. It wasn't that bad of a score. I think we lost, like, was it 24-0, whatever. Still 20 something, whatever. A lot of room for improvement, but I think not knowing what to expect and seeing what happened it could have been so much worse. Like, it could have been. And I think the way that they handled and poised themselves was really great. And they were more positive about the things that they did do instead of the things that they didn't do, because I know you can't change anything, but like there's no reason to not focus on the positives, because negatives come along with everything. So like that's a given. You have to plan for that, right? You have to plan for the bad things, even if you don't know what they are. It doesn't really matter, because it happens anyways. So it's just like a necessity, you have to get up, you have to go to work, you have to go take a shower. I mean, you have to take a shower, right? You have to get up, you have to do all that, you have to wake up, you have to do everything else. So you've already done so much stuff already in one day, so there's a lot of reason to be positive, because you've already done a lot of things. You have. A lot of people, I don't want to say names because I don't know names, but there are probably some people that don't do that. There are some people that want to stay, cooped up and not do anything, not go out, not be productive, not do nothing. Like, that happens. It does happen. Sometimes it's not a good thing. Sometimes it's unhealthy. Sometimes you might need to see a doctor, or a doctor might need to come see you. Like, I'm not messing with that, but I just know that you got to get out. You got to do these things. And when you do these things, you feel better. I know you feel better because you do it again. You do it over and over and over and over. Mostly because you have to, but you do it, right? You do it. And for the most part, for most people, I don't know everyone, but I know a lot of people, their day is pretty much expunging all their energy. So like there's nothing else to do but say, hey, I did this, and then go to sleep, wake up, and do it again. Because I think that makes the day go by so much faster, as long as you're not keeping things negative. You got your brain, you have thoughts, you can multitask. Think of all the good things, positive things, great things that are all going on in your visible awareness. Like, there's a lot of things to be proud of for the things that you do too. So I'm gonna get going. Have a good day.